Okay, yeah, good morning. And of course, we're here at the table. And I was a referee on Saturday, but it was quite something. I'll talk about that on Friday when I've fully recovered because it's still.
You've not recovered.
But
You're still in the football.
but Winfrey has, Danny has some talk of another kind of referee. Because when she mentioned referee, I was like, okay.
Not your kind
Oh,
of.
not your
Is
kind of.
Auntie being a bit more?
It's another kind of.
Is she well, what's the word?
more
There's this
involved
word
in
Gen
sports.
Z uses. It's a Gen Z word. Are you channeling? Yes, that's
Channeling
the word.
my inner
Channeling.
footballer.
Are you channeling your inner? No, volleyball. That's what you do. I think that's what you do better. But yeah, you have something to tell us here.
Oh, yeah, so I came across this post on Diary of a Niger Girl, and the person literally posted, she was like, okay, when my referee was called for my reference, he tried to pitch himself to the job and said he didn't really know me like that. I asked him about it, he smirked and said, hey, you know how it is now. Or even me and my terrible luck, this is actually wild. So, yeah, so it was just a situation of someone literally putting someone's name as a referee on her CV and then Richard as president, and him pitching himself for a job. So different people were commenting. So people were like, okay, fine, I think a referee should literally be an older professional, right? Somebody that, of course, the person cannot be struggling for the same job as you, do you understand? Or maybe a lecturer in your university and all of that. So when it comes to like character referee and things like that. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Have you ever been waylaid? And then again, who should be your referee on your CV?
So how did the person know that the referee was pitching the job? Was it like the
She said she still got the job.
employer
Eventually.
Told
her
It's possible. She
that?
said she got the job now, so maybe.
Okay, but how did she know?
I'm sure that's how she knew. The person probably told her.
But you know that it's unprofessional, number one.
At all. Is it professional for them to pitch himself in the
I mean, for the employer to tell her that, I mean, maybe the referee just thinking that, look, I'm a better fit for this job or
Give it to
something,
me.
you know, because I know this person or whatever. I don't know, but I think there's almost no better instance of dog eat dog, man, than this kind of situation. This is a real jungle behavior, man. It's jungle, like it's gangster. Like how do you? So, like you said, what are there any universal standards for
selecting
a referee or a reference or somebody that should some sort of a guarantee for you in some ways? It's things change. But I said last time, somebody I saw who professionally creates CVs for people said that at the referee point, you just put there available on request. So there are a few times I've sent out my CV, very few times, but even at that now I change it to available on request.
Okay.
And so it's depending on what happens. And you know that for every job, if it's a different type,
Yeah.
your CV should in such a way
We tailored to
reflect it. But then it's become very, very commonplace. Some people are number 5, and in their CV they put number 1 and all of that. So there's a lot of, I don't want to say line, I just want to say embellishments and, what's it now? Exaggeration. Yeah. But you see, someone said, state of origin. This is from a professional CV, I don't know what they call it. State of origin, referees. State of origin referees.
Date of birth?
Date of birth. You don't specify those. So you make them available on request.
Yes.
So that there's no bias.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that there's no sort of bias. If somebody wants to move further, so you put what is necessary, what is required for that job, except they ask and say, state these things. So when you put all of that, if they go through the CV and then they want to go further, and they say, oh, want to give this job to a 60-year-old man, but you are 32, then they can now say, uncle, what's your age? Or auntie, what's your age? So there are a number of things that you should. But for me, and especially that referee part, yes, like you mentioned something that some people even decide what kind of referee they want for every particular job. They might want to talk to your former corporation, or former and all of that. You know, so that's why. So on that one, I would say, so like I said, there might be no universally accepted standards. But this is from a doctor who curates CVs, who helps people put CVs together.
Yeah.
Says there are those few informations that could cause some form of bias should not be on your CV.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the case of the referee and the intending employee in this regard, right? So first off, who's a referee? A referee is someone, anyone, right, who can vouch for your skill and effectiveness, right? So whether it is your former employer, whether it is, but it has to be basically someone in a professional, someone in your line of work, in your line of experience in this regard, like an older person, maybe a former boss or something, but someone that can basically vouch for your skill. Because we've seen cases where people put their relatives as their referees, or friends as referees, or older friends who are professionals in the industry as referees, because they feel that based on, I can trust this person, I know this person can vouch for me. But in this regard, I really don't think the referee owes her anything. He actually doesn't.
No, that's wrong.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
I can't just put anybody because the person is a professional.
Because
I need to have some form of relationship with the referee.
Yes.
I can't just
so
put
what
anybody.
kind of relationship does she have with this
So
referee
now she
in this
said
regard?
specifically they asked for the direct line manager she worked under.
Maybe they
Oh,
didn't
and is
have
that
a good
one that was
And
not
that's
relationship.
what they needed. No, that's the thing. No, that is what they needed to confirm her actual work and delivery.
Maybe
Do you understand?
she-
To avoid situations
Maybe
like
have a
when you
good
find your
relationship,
friends
obviously.
out there. It's not a matter of good relationships. It's a matter, and then again, another angle, like I was looking at things from. So now, as an employer, you literally call a referee to literally vouch for somebody else. The person is now pitching them. Would you?
It
employ the
actually
person?
questions your character
Of course,
as
it
a
questions your
person,
character a
right.
whole lot. Like
That's the employer or
the employer.
The employer.
Who
How?
is calling the referee is pitching himself. I will leave the person that was calling you. I will now start saying you have to come in for an
It
interview.
actually questions your character.
Questions your
they
character.
don't
It
want to
questions the
interview.
character
No, I'm
of the
just saying.
referee and the employer
And
if he
if that
agrees
happens.
to it.
Yes,
That
it
the
totally
pitch does not mean that the person.
That means the person can usurp you.
She can betray me.
I'm telling you.
Did the person actually go for that interview?
No, I'm just saying.
If
The person, of course, thought about something now. If they were going to go forward in that interview, the next
some
interview...
people, they ask the person, okay, can you, let's just say, for instance, it's for a chef job. Can you
cook?
jalapeno
They say,
or
yes,
something?
I can cook it.
And then you ask the referee, like,
The first
wait
said,
now.
I really don't know how. Wow.
Now, yes, now say, can this person cook jalapeno or whatever? I say,
she can, but there's
the last
no
time I ate akara, for me, I almost threw up. So for your own sake, employ me, 'cause I can cook.
I was the one that taught her, even if she knows it was me that taught her to cook. That's just.
I don't know. So
But then
That's
again,
absolutely
this
wrong.
actually spans across different, different areas, because we've even seen friends and we've seen family members and stuff who have, taken up. Who have had to betray their friends or whatever in this regard to get
a job,
or something.
And it's,
So,
I mean, it's very questionable. And this is a professional setting.
Okay.
Just like saying, oh, you want to apply for reference letter now. You say,
let me
okay,
leave
so
you.
give me the admission, give me the admission.
Let me leave you with a word of wisdom inspired by Chief MM. Betrayal doesn't come from an enemy.
Comes from your
That's
friend.
okay. We'll take a time out and stay with us. We're back in a bit.